There you go. And today with us, we have the premier solar installer, which I love about it. Remember, we always look for the best in Santa Clarita, and usually they're the best, period, because they care about our community, they're active in our community, and they care about you, which is really, really key, because there's accountability with that you can trust, and that's what I'm talking about. You have to have trust. And today we have Mark Figearo with Green Convergence, our solar man of the hour. He is sharing with us how you can get solar for no money out of your pocket, save on your bills, and didn't you just recently receive a little award recently?
We did, in the Signals Best Of that just published, was it last Sunday or Sunday before? We are the best solar installer in Santa Clarita. I want to thank Santa Clarita Valley residents for voting us so.
Very good, and good for you to pick a good man like Mark Figearo. We know him, he's a friend of ours, and we trust him, and that's why we have him on the show. This is not your first time here.
No, it isn't.
And it won't be the last. You've so far anyways, Mark.
Thank you.
You haven't done anything to scratch that yet. So. No, but realistically speaking, it's one of the things that I'm pretty excited about coming from the construction field, and we've talked about it a couple times, is you have a very unique installation system that doesn't make solar the old eyesore it used to be. Isn't that right?
Yeah, we don't have that spaceship just landed on my house look.
It's a new frontier.
Yeah, and it's rough because anybody that's got a neighbor that's got conventional solar, that's, I got to be honest, it's not attractive. It may be producing your electricity, but it's not attractive. And with the SunPower system from Green Convergence, we do a very low profile, what we call building integrated look. We're able to do that because it's licensed roofing and electrical and general contractors. We don't use a single crew. We use a crew that specializes in roofing and waterproofing to do the roofing waterproofing portions, which for us is taking that tile off your roof, putting a composition roof down, and then putting a low-profile SunPower system, and then tile back around it. So again, you, instead of a wing or a spaceship landing,
I don't need a spoiler on my house.
Exactly. You know, high winds, it doesn't need to push it down. So we get it, like I say, building integrated. If you go to our website at greenconvergence.com, you can see what a great installation method. We don't have the leak issues that most companies do. 95% of callbacks on solar are roofing leaks because of the conventional methods of installing solar that we feel we've really perfected the art of installing solar.
Hey, Mark, I want to repeat that. Remember, you can go to greenconvergence.com and reach out to Mark, because he's a really good guy. He's a nice guy that's willing to give you estimates. He'll go over the numbers with you and see if it makes sense for you. And if you do go on there, just make sure you tell him that Donna and Gino sent you, because we love being part of what he does, and we want to help him out as much as possible, and we want to help you out as much as possible, because this guy's going to save you money, bottom line.
Yeah, now I have a quick question, because of course, lately the solar news that's been out has been Solyndra, right? Everybody was talking about this.
Is that another diet? Was that in my...
If it was a diet, I would have tried it. It's not a diet.
Oh, it's not, it wasn't in the pills I took or anything like that, or the shake I had? No?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe that's why I'm not feeling thinner today.
Yeah, but go ahead and tell us a little bit about that. I mean, kind of pull back the shades and tell us what that's about, why it happened, and where we are today.
Well, the thing I like to do is equate it to the auto industry of the 1920s. Most people don't realize there were over 100 automobile manufacturers in the 1920s. In the early stages of the automobile industry, everybody was screaming, "Oh, we're putting out the buggy whip makers out of business, and this maker and that maker with this newfangled automobile." 20 years later, there was only 20 manufacturers, and then down to 3. Should we have never made automobiles because we had 80% failure rate? The same thing's going to happen in solar. It's a new industry. Even though the technology's been around, it's a proven technology. There's just a bunch of startup companies that jumped in. Some are going to succeed. The majority are not. And one of the reasons we've stayed exclusively with SunPower is they're well-funded. They're owned by the 11th largest company in the world, and they're not going anywhere. They're 25-year-old companies. They're not newbies. They have over 100 design patents. And so we feel confident in installing a SunPower system that they're going to be one of the companies that 20 years from now or 40 years from now, they're going to be here.
So you just are listening to Mark Figearo with Green Convergence, who's using SunPower systems to help you get solar in your home. And earlier we were talking about that you can get it for no money out of your pocket. You can lease the plan. And basically, you were able to, for the cost of that lease, save, in most cases, more money on your electric bill than what you're paying for it, and also help out the environment, all at the same time because you're working with Mark Figearo of Green Convergence.
Yep.
He's just amazing.
What's important there that I heard was that it's not saving $10, $15, or $20. It's saving $20, $30, $50, $90,000 over time. That's a big number.
It's huge, like you were mentioning. That's a college fund. That's your motor home when you retire. That's your second home. It's a lot of things that you could be saving instead of just throwing it up in the air.
Yeah, and you don't want to just give it to the power companies. Nobody wants to do that.
No, they don't. They don't need our money at all. There's no doubt. Well, in the story you just told, like you said, a lot of people didn't realize that there was 120 automobile makers back in the 1920s. They just know about the 3 and thought it was Ford, and a couple others jumped on. And maybe you heard about Tucker and a couple, but we're talking a ton, and it's narrowing down to the best of the best. And we're very proud that you're one of the best, Mark.
Thank you.
It's very cool. I mean, it's kind of like our industry.